Hi everyone. Today's topic is age estimation or age certificate. Okay, it is a very important exercise, very commonly asked in your FMT practicals. In this 30-minute session, I'm talking about age certificate pro forma and how to write the opinion in case of age estimation. Age certificate, as per CBME curriculum, it carry 15 marks. Okay, you can see here age certificate. The marks are distributed like this. Details on receiving request letter. Sometimes age estimation required in living person. In some cases, age estimation required in skeletal remains examination. So you need to write about the request letter from the police officer that carry around zero point 0.5 mark. Then preliminary details like MLC number, name, age, sex, address, date and time, place of examination, around 1 mark. Consent, 1 mark. Identification mark, 1 mark. History, 1 mark. Very important is general physical examination, GPE. Basically, that is age estimation with the help of secondary sexual characters. Then dental examination and your opinion, that is inference, 3 mark. Radiological examination. In some universities, X-ray is given, or sometimes X-ray findings are given in the pro forma. You need to write what is the opinion based on ossification centers of the bone. Finally, opinion. So, opinion is collective opinion on general physical examination, dental examination, and X-ray examination. That is around 2 mark. Finally, you need to write your name, designation, and signature. So totally is around 15 mark. So it is one of the very important exercise, major exercise in FMT practicals. In this session, I'm talking about only the practical aspects, not the theoretical aspects. That takes a lot of time actually. So I'm talking about only how to give opinion and what are the components of age certificate. So let's start with the age certificate. So this is general pro forma of age certificate. Let's see one by one. As we discussed, the first is the details of the requisition letter from the police officer that you need to write. So received requisition from police. Police. Say example, in case of crime committed by juvenile. What do you mean by juvenile? Can you guess? What do you mean by juvenile? Anybody? So male or female less than 18 year. Okay. Juvenile, male or female less than 18 year. Less than 18 year known as juvenile. As you know, in case of juvenile offender, maximum punishment is 3 years of imprisonment except in case of heinous crime. Okay, like example rape, murder, attempt to murder, all this are heinous crime. So received requisition from police or sometime magistrate. Magistrate, that you need to write here the details of the police station. For the age estimation of the person, name through the letter number. So every requisition letter has a number. So letter number, crime number. What is the crime number? Are under this section. So like in case of murder, that is 302 IPC. Attempt to murder 307 IPC. Okay, under this section of dash police station. This is should be the first line of your age estimation certificate. Next comes is the other details of the person, name of the person, age as alleged by the person, sex, address, date and time, place of examination. If you are examining a female person, you need to write name of the female attendant. Okay, consent, discussed many times in our classes, how to write the consent. The consent should be written informed consent. Okay, then identification marks, at least 2 identification like mole, scar can be identification. And also you need to write history of the alleged incident. Alleged history you need to write in the preliminary details. So this is the first part of the age certificate. First part. Okay. Again I'll discuss here. Age estimation can be useful in living person. It can be useful in case of dead person also. There are many indications. One indication, common indication, when crime committed by juvenile, to prove juvenile whether his age is less than 18 year or more than 18 year. So that is what the age certificate. And also to understand age certificate, you must know medico-legal importance of age. Like example, what do you mean by infanticide? What do you mean by infanticide? Age of the fetus or age of the child less than 1 year, infanticide. What do you mean by juvenile less than 18 years? What is the medico-legal importance of age 12 years, age 7 years, age 14 years, 15 years? So all these are important theoretical aspects. You need to go through the standard textbook or our theoretical classes in your app. Yes. So this is the first part, age certificate. All these details you need to mention. The second part, remember, age certificate you need to write general physical examination, dental examination, and also examination of the X-ray or the ossification centers. 3 important components. General physical examination like height and weight, build. Okay, that you can write. Then presence of facial hair, here axillary hair. As you know, when androgen, when there is a production of secondary sexual hormones like androgen, there will be formation of axillary hair and pubic hair. Okay, pubic hair, whether they are present, if they are present, what is the staging? In this you need to write Tanner staging. Okay, Tanner staging is you need to write. What is Tanner staging? Of different findings like axillary hair, pubic hair, or the thelarche, all this you need to go through the standard text. So this is one. Then also you need to examine voice, whether hoarse voice or the soft adult voice. Okay, menarche, onset of menarche. Okay, you need to mention thelarche, fibarche, and menarche. This is very important component. They can ask, what do you mean by thelarche? What do you mean by fibarche? What do you mean by menarche? And what is the Tanner staging? Which is going to occur early? Which is going to occur last? Very commonly asked question in your exam. That we are going to discuss in next slide. Development of breast. Again, Tanner staging. external genitalia development, again Tanner staging. So opinion of age from GP you need to mention in the first part. It is not the final opinion, it is opinion from general physical examination. Let's see how to give opinion briefly. Before that, you must know what is 𝐒𝐿𝑎𝑟𝑐ℍ, 𝐿𝑎𝑟𝑐ℍ, menarche, adrenarche, gonadorche. Okay. Arche means beginning. Remember this word. The arche means what? That is beginning. Menarche, that means what? Beginning of the menstrual flow or menstruation. Pubarche, that is development of pubic axillary hair. So 𝐿𝑎𝑟𝑐ℍ, that is the development of breast. This can be asked in your exam. Pubarche, development of pubic and axillary hair because of the androgens. Menarche, that is the first menstrual period. Adrenarche, sometimes I can ask you adrenarche, but in general, no need to mention adrenarche and gonadorche. You mention this more than sufficient. Okay. They can ask you which is the earliest. The earliest finding is that is development of the breast, that is known as 𝐿𝑎𝑟𝑐ℍ. In case of males, it is testicular enlargement. Let's see now staging of pubic hair. What is the staging of pubic hair? The staging, as we discussed, Tanner staging. You should answer Tanner staging, sir. According to Tanner staging, the grade is 4. You can see here there are 5 grading according to Tanner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it is based on the age. You can see here less than 12 years. Pre-adolescent age, no pubic hair. In female also same, pre-adolescent stage, no pubic hair. What you can see here, more than 15 year. Adult distribution. In case of male, spare to medial part of the thigh. And in also female, when age of the person is more than 15 year, there can be adult distribution of pubic hair. So this is what you need to remember in your exam. Okay, you can go through this table after the class. What is grade 1, grade 2, 3 and 4 and 5? In general, less than 12 year, pre-adolescent. More than 15 year, adult distribution. Fine. Next, we are discussing genital development in case of male. That is development of the penis and also scrotum and testes. Again, there are 5 grading. You can see here 5 grading of genital development. Less than 12 year, pre-adolescent, small size penis. Scrotum, small size testis and scrotum. More than 15 year, adult size. That you can see here. Again, there are different stages. You can go through this theoretical point. You need to memorize. You need to answer in your exam. And again, there is a grading and a staging of breast development also. What is that known as? 𝐿𝑎𝑟𝑐ℍ. How many stages are there? 5 stages. Again, there are 5 stages you can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 9 to 10 years, pre-pubertal stage. And 15 to 16 year, there will be formation of mature mammary gland. Okay. So this is the Tanner staging. Based on the Tanner staging, based on the finding of pubic hair, breast development, and also the onset of menarche, so the age can be given. Remember, it is not the final opinion. The final opinion given based on dental examination and secondary, that is ossification centers. This is the staging you can see here, Tanner staging. Tanner staging also you can notice here the 5 stages, and also the distribution of the pubic hair also you can make out here. Second component, dental examination. Dental examination. So in exercise, sometime in some exam, the findings are given. The first molar is appeared, second molar is appeared, second premolar appeared, something like that. So for that you must know age of eruption of temporary teeth and age of eruption of permanent teeth. If you know that only, you can answer these type of questions. So dental examination, total number of teeth, total number of teeth you need to mention, including temporary and permanent. Here the question can be asked, what do you mean by mixed dentition? Anybody? What do you mean by mixed dentition? Anybody can answer? Anybody in the group? Yes. This is standard staging. Samya, okay. Yes, very good. Somya Sham, good answer. What do you mean by mixed dentition, Samayam? What do you mean by mixed dentition? Can answer that. And what is the number of teeth, total number of teeth in mixed dentition? Yes, we discussed many times in our classes, many times in theory classes. Again, this is around half an hour lecture. Dental examination takes around half an hour. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss in detail about this dental examination. You need to write all this in your exam. Yes, come on, anybody? What do you mean by mixed dentition? Yes, yes. See, mixed dentition means between 6 to 11 years. 6 to 11 years. And between 6 to 11 years, the total number of teeth is 24. 24. Okay. Again, temporary teeth you must know. And permanent teeth, how many are appeared? You need to mention in a dental chart like this. Dental chart. The commonly used chart, FDI chart. What do you mean by FDI? Federation Dentare Internationally. There are many. Modified FDI, FDI, universal method, okay, Palmer notation. Many can be asked in your exam. One commonly followed is FDI, but in some institute they follow universal method also, that is 1 to 32. So that you need to mention in the 4 quadrant, right? 4 quadrant. So right quadrant and the left quadrant, upper and the lower quadrant. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the FDI. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can mention from 1 to 32 also. That is known as universal method. What is modified FDI? That is 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this you can go through in your standard textbook or our previous classes. So depending upon the eruption of the teeth, you can give opinion. That is opinion according to dental examination is something like that you need to mention. Yes. Now look at this. Primary dentition, age of eruption. First molar 12 to 14 months. Second molar 20 to 30 months. Canine 17 to 18 months. Lateral incisor 7 to 9 months. Lower lateral 10 to 12 months. Central incisor upper 7 to 9 months. Lower 6 to 8 months. This is briefly about primary dentition or temporary dentition. So you can remember first molar first year, second molar second year. Canine 1.5 year, that is 18 months. So this is about the primary dentition. And remember in primary dentition, premolars are absent. Premolars are absent. Next, permanent dentition. Permanent dentition, first molar 6 year, 6 to 7 year. Second molar 6 to the 12, 12 to 14 year. Third molar 17 to 25 years. 18 year, that is 6 3 is 18, that is 17 to 25. So this is the one way to remember easily. So you can remember like this. First molar 6 year, 6 to the 12, that is second molar, 6 3 is 18, that is 17 25 for the third molar. Again, central incisor 6 to 8 years, lateral incisor 7 to 9 years, canine 11 to 12 years, first premolar 9 to 11, second premolar 10 to 12 years. So this is very commonly asked question in your exam. How to remember? You can remember like this. Let me explain this 1 or 2 minutes. First molar 6 years. Second molar 6 twos are, that is 12 years. Third molar, that is 17, that is nearby, that is 17 to 25. Okay. Then comes his CI, central incisor, lateral incisor, premolar 1, premolar 2, and finally canine. So you can remember like this. 6 is already over, right? 6 is already over here, right? You can start with the 7. 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. This is one way to remember, easy method to remember. So you need to write like this, and you need to start with the 7 to 11, that is for canine. Canine, remember 11 years. Can I 11 years. I is there, no double I, that is 11 years. Okay, so this is about the permanent dentition. So you can go through previous classes. Again, there are different notation we discussed. Palmar notation. So this is the Palmar notation. Palmar notation. Okay. Palmar notation. This is Palmar notation in temperate teeth. FDI you can see here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Temporary 5, 6, 7, 8. Modified FDI 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. The quadrant name is 5. Right upper quadrant is 5 and right left upper quadrant is 6. This is modified FDI. This is universal method. You can see here 1 to 32. Okay, 1 to 32 is nothing but your universal method of dental notation. There is something known as Hader-Up system, the plus and minus. So plus 0, 1, that is the left quadrant. Plus 0, 1, that is on the opposite side, that is right side. This is Hader-Up dental system. But you need to remember only FDI and universal method. If you remember that, that is more than enough. There are other methods: Hader-Up dental notation system, Palmar notation system, okay, and modified FDI. Yes. So this completes the dental examination. Now is the very important component, radiological examination. Okay. So sometime X-ray can be given or X-ray finding can be given. The center, this center has appeared, this center appeared and fused. Something like that. You need to write X-ray joint. What is X-ray? Say example, wrist joint or elbow joint or hip joint, any joint that is given. And also you need to write the X-ray number. X-ray number at a date. And what is the observation? So like example, lower end of radius appeared and it is fused. Lower end of radius appeared and it is fused, something like that. So when radius is going to appear, lower end of radius 2 years. When it is going to fuse at the age of 18 years. So, and also you need to give opinion based on the radiological examination. So the radiological examination is around 1 to 2 hour topic, already discussed in detail in theoretical classes. You can go through that. And finally, you need to give opinion. This is the final opinion at the end. What is the final opinion? How to write? On perusal of physical, dental, radiological examination. This is how you need to mention. On physical, that is general physics examination, dental examination and radiological examination, I am of the opinion that age of the person is above dash year and below dash year. You need to give the range. But remember, the range should be minimized as much as possible. Say, like example, if we give age is more than 2 years, less than 18 year. Look at this. Look at this figure. More than 2 year, less than 18 year. This range is very high. So don't give report like this. Try to minimize the range. Like example, more than 15 years, less than 18 year, or more than 14 year, less than 18 year, something like that. So it should be in the range. Finally, the place, the date, signature, name, designation, and your registration number. So this is the performer as per CBME curriculum. Let's discuss one very important joint, that is wrist joint. Wrist joint. Yes, anybody? The wrist joint is shown here in this image. What you can see here, wrist joint is shown here. You can see here. Anybody, what is the age of this person? What is the age? Anybody in the class? What is the age? You can see here, this is radius. This is radius. And this is ulna. Ulna. Right? And also you can see the carpal bones here. So this is capitate. Largest carpal bone. Capitate. You can see here, this is the capitate. When capitate going to appear? Capitate appears at 2 months. Next to that is the hamate. This is the hamate. You can see the hook. This is hamate. Okay. And this is triquetral. Triquetral. And above that is the pisiform. Pisiform. So this is the boat-shaped bone. This must be scaphoid. Scaphoid. Anybody can answer what is the age of this X-ray? Ulna is appeared and fused. Radius is appeared and fused. All the carpal bones appeared. But remember, carpal bone never fuse. Carpal bone they appear. They never fuse actually. So sometimes examiner can ask you, when carpal bones are going to fuse? Your answer should be, sir, they never fuse. They appear only. Rest, most of the long bone, they appear and fuse. Okay. Allah, you can see here, appeared and fused. When Allah is going to appear? Yes, come on. Allah appears at 4 years. Fuses at 18 years. Radius appears at 2 years. Fuses at 18 years. Okay. So, the age of this here, more than 18 years. You can say age of this person in this X-ray is more than 18 years. More than 18 years. That means he is not juvenile. Must be adult. Okay. This is how you need to give the opinion. What we can see here, bones around the wrist, capitate, it appears at 2 months. 2 months. I remember like this. Capitate means capital. Capitate means capital. Capital means largest. That is around 2 months of age. And capitate has a very good friend, hamate. Hamate. Again 2 months. Capitate, hamate, both in the months. Rest all in the years. 2 months. Triquetral. I remember like this. Triquetral. Try. That is nothing but your 3 years. 3 years. Lunate. Lunate, I remember like this. Lunate means lunar months. That is moon. Moon, M-O-O-N, 4 years. 4 alphabets, 4 years. Scaphoid. No, scaphoid starts with the S. S means what? That is 5. It is around 5 years. Trapezium, trapezoid, almost at the same age, 6 years. 6 years. Some books use 5 years. Usually 6 years. So they are very good friends, you can say. Like they are like a Dhoni and Raina. Trapezium like Dhoni and Raina. So at the age of 6 years or 5 to 6 years. Physiform. Very interesting bone, physiform. Physiform, I remember like this. Physiform, laziform means very small carpal bone, smallest carpal bone, which appears at 9 to 11 years. 9 to 11 years. Some books use 11 to 12 years. That is also correct. Okay. Lower end of radius, 2 years. Fusion occurs in 18 to 19 years. Lower end of ulna, 5 to 6 years. Fusion, 17 to 18 years. Base of first metacarpal. Base of first metacarpal. You can see the metacarpal here. First metacarpal. That is 2 to 3 years. And fusion occurs in 15 to 17 years. Here you can see here appeared and fused. The head of the second to fifth metacarpal, they appear at 1.5 to 2.5 years. Fusion at 15 to 19 years. 19 years. So, to give opinion, you must know age of ossification of different center around different joint. Otherwise, it is difficult. You need to memorize all this, then you need to interpret. Okay, it's not easy. It takes some time. It needs some some practice. Again, elbow joint, it is discussed in detail in our classes. You can go through that. Again, shoulder joint, you must know in detail. Shoulder joint, hip joint, age of ossification, knee joint, ankle joint, and sometimes they can ask you from sternum also. And finally, medico-legal importance of age. Very, very important topic. So they can ask you any question from this. Medico-legal importance of age. What is the medico-legal importance of age? 7 months of intrauterine life. 1 year, 5 year, 7 year, 12 year, 14 year, 18 year, 21 year. All these are very commonly asked theoretical aspects. Okay. 4 months. So 4 months, anyone can message me in the comment section. What is the medico-legal importance of 4 months? 4 months of intrauterine life. Anyone? 7 months, very simple it is. Viability. Viability in India, that is 7 months. 1 year, infanticide. Infanticide. 5 year, that is the child custody. So, child custody, the custody of the minor who is below 5 years is with the mother, not with the father, with the mother actually. 7 year, criminal responsibility. CR. Criminal responsibility. 7 to 12 years, same criminal responsibility. 12 year, it is the age of giving consent for medical examination, and also it is the age of taking oath. Okay, when child age is more than 12 years, he needs to take the oath. Less than 12 years, oath is not needed. 10 year, that is kidnapping. 369, kidnapping. 14 year, as per Factory Act. 15-18 years, again Factory Act, both related to Factory Act. Factory Act 1948. 18 years, very commonly asked. The medico-legal importance can be statutory rape, judicial punishment, juvenile. Major, the person become major when age is more than 18 years. Age of marriage in girls. Cast oath, more than 18 years. Valid will, 18 years. Kidnapping, 18 years. Consent for surgery, 18 years. MTP Act, 18 years. To join government service, 18 years. So this can be asked in your exam. Finally, 21 years, age of marriage in boys, and majority are major under the guardianship of court also at the age of 20. 25, age more than 25, he can become MP, MLA. 35, he can become president, governor, and also PCP and DT Act. So this is briefly about the age estimation, how to write certificate of age estimation, and how to give interpretation, and what is the checklist as per CBME curriculum. What to write, what not to write, what is expected from you in exam. So if you know all these concepts, medical importance of age, dental examination, X-ray examination, GPE, then definitely you'll get a good mark in your upcoming exam. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the YouTube comment section. So that's it about the today's lecture. Age certificate briefly in 30 minutes. Thank you.